Getting right into the heavyweight division, we got Logan Lohr, Academy 440, Nate Dawson of Tackle Jiu Jitsu.
Two.
We got these two guys tying up. Logan, the bigger of the two men, will still have a pretty interesting challenge in that Nate is a longtime wrestler, and while he might be a little bit shorter, he's definitely not a small guy. He's extremely strong. You can see there, Nate already showing his wrestling prowess, getting the takedown. Got to reset the action. I did like that Logan tried to isolate an arm from bottom, maybe going for some sort of omoplata. There you go. Logan goes right back to it. Switches it up. Good frames from bottom. Nate staying heavy. Looking for a head and arm, but not committing to it. He does a good job making sure that he has position before digging into any kind of submission. What I'd like to see from Logan is trying to base out a little bit more. I think he's a little worried for his arms. Really, what he should just be doing is fighting the grip and making sure he's not getting choked. There we go. Yep, Logan's building up a base. Nate now, though, kind of in a turtle ride from back. Maybe looking for a back take. Get to the situation where an explosion and duck out from Logan would go a long way. Nate doing a good job working to break him down. Logan electing to play guard. Nope, they were standing up. That's what I like to see. Snap down pressure. You see, one thing that he's also doing pretty well here is really controlling his head position, making sure that his base is always lower. Takedown from Nate. Getting side control. A little bit of north-south. Looks like it's a head and arm. This might actually be tight. Can't see his hand grip. Yep, he's cinching it up and almost like a naked grip. Puts his weight down a little more. Yep, you got it.
Good job, Nate. Nate by submission.
Nate gets 12 points for the submission, and we look at Logan versus Alex H. Now, Alex is our newest heavyweight, I would say. White belt. He's older than he looks. Logan has slouched himself, but I'm pretty sure Logan's in his early 20s. As I wish I was. He's going for more of a trip. It looks to me like Logan wants to play more of a snap down game. He's just having a hard time getting these guys off the balance for it. But I do like that both of these fellas are going for some pretty strong arm drags. You can see there's a fairly large crowd. This is a free event, so if you are in Cleveland, Ohio, follow Tackle Grapple on Instagram and pull up. You'll find out when we're having matches all throughout June. In July, I anticipate we'll be doing hard Jiu Jitsu tournament style matches and then a couple of super fight cards, but not a league like we are doing in June. Logan's still trying to break him down. He's almost got a Russian tie. Alex still going for that trip. No one interested in playing guard in this scenario. Understandable. Heavyweight. Hear somebody yelling blast double. Oh, Alex finally gets his trip. I think he wanted it to be a hip toss, but he did what he had to make it happen. Let's see, breaking him down to side control.
Time! Can you reset side control in the middle for
I'd
me?
like to see that reset.
Thank you.
Reset,
Sorry, guys.
Rope getting involved.
There's just no way that was going to end good. All right?
Yep, get your grip back. Get your grip. All right, go.
Can you do me a favor and pause it for 10 seconds?
All right, so here we have Alex leaning into a broken scarf hold. He's trying to get his hips underneath the near side elbow of Logan. Logan doing a good job at this frames. There we go. Maybe a head and arm from bottom from Logan.
2 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Alex bracing himself with that gable grip. This might actually be somewhat tight. Alex gets out.
Keep moving, guys.
Yep, keep your pace. Keep your pace.
Deep breaths from Logan. This is his second match of the day, though there were a couple lightweight and middleweight matches in between. Alex still kind of content going to work. Not a whole lot of submission attempts so far. Right now it seems like the weight would be that Logan's head and arm attempt from bottom versus Alex's overall control and that takedown. What I'd like to see is Alex going into some sort of head and arm from north-south of his own, or maybe threatening an armbar. Logan reaching back for that head, but Alex is just a little too familiar with that at this point. Slowly climbing up to hit more of the shoulders. Logan building a base up into turtle, but it looks like Alex is going for a reverse triangle. Kind of slick setup. Logan defending. Logan's doing a good job keeping his foot on the heel of Alex. I think that's what's keeping this choke from being
30
a
seconds. Keep working.
super big threat. Alex needs to get his the leg that's latching, that heel closer to his butt. That would increase the tightness quite a bit. Logan does need to get out of this though. Get on top.
When you hear the bell,
In my opinion, if he wants to get a rest decision. We are very short on time though. 10 seconds remaining.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
Good job to these gentlemen for grinding it out. We're going to go to a judge's decision. And again,
Give it to Alex for the takedown and just general control time.
Yeah, I did like your anaconda from bottom, but he salvaged the round for me by doing that reverse triangle.
Yep.
You want to vote? Yeah, Alex. Okay, Alex by decision. Good job, Alex.
Hey, you guys put out to the end. Good job.
all right, Alex by decision. Moving on to David Orr versus Hunter Bonham.
2,
Maybe Bonham. I'm not actually sure how to pronounce Hunter's last name.
1, go.
Stay sitting if he does win this match, he does not get points for five. Really good. Dave's so long that the car comes
On his way to game. Dude, I think gentlemen.
They've started
Halfway through the round.
No slams.
a very
You got 20 seconds. When you hear the beat, that's 10 seconds. Stop.
Time.
really good.
All right. So both guys stand in the middle. This is tough. The front half of the round was absolutely dominated by Dave with position, and he kept on going for scarf hold arm bars. But I would argue that none of them were particularly tight, right? He just kept attacking it. On the other hand, Hunter woke up in the last minute of that round, and he had a bunch of good Kimura attempts. You had the goofiest defense to a Kimura I've ever seen, and you'll never do that again after we talk about it. I guess in totality of the round, I feel like the submission attempts were pretty similar. I'm going to give my vote to Dave, but it's like a hair. It's a hair close.
I'm going Hunter solely because he had the deeper submissions. You had more like similar attempts, but yours were like more dangerous overall.
All right, Hunter wins. Good job, Hunter.
Ended up being a split decision, 2-1 for Hunter there.
Countdown for three.
Not sure if you could hear that commentary, but now we're going into Alex versus Nate.
Go.
Nate wrestling. Beautiful snap down to go. Receivers, it's visually hard to keep them. Nate with a beautiful double right into his pass. Shoulder pressure on the chin. Reach into him towards him. Arm isolation. Reverse triangles, get his hips back on. Nate's just a little strong. Just wrestling pressure. Nate going for a choke in north-south. Mark's looking to see if he can just spaz out of this one, and it works. Smiles on his face. Looking to drive him right into the garage door.
Continue. Go.
When it's hot
Go.
outside and the garage doors are open, to see somebody get thrown off like a literal like shipping letter or beat. tried to throw the wrestle. Nate with a very sneaky down. Nate with his nice pancake grip on his hands. Steer the body of Alex. Keeping a good defense, making sure that he's not staying inside control, bottom center for too long. But also
halfway, 3 minutes.
With his deploy a body snake for a tripod pass. Alex being a little too permissive in this regard. Letting Nate get position. Nate going back to that.
Yeah. Your turtle?
Former outplay to this round. At this point,
Alex, get your grip. All right. Go.
8 easy pitch. Looks like he can easily transition to great finds if he can. Great position. Alex maybe still kipping. You can see Alex is going for there's not a lot of and you can see it from the hips of Nate. Now Nate's more dominant. He's climbing his way up to the shoulders. Didn't get the pushing the face. And again, with his wrestling theory, he's not necessarily single. Sprawl.
30 seconds.
I'll just count it down. Just sit down or just reset them. Where were you guys at? Same position, yeah. Let me know when you're good.
All right, ready? Go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
Really
Good job. All right, I'll let other judges go first. Dan, what do you think? Yeah.
I got Nate.
I got Nate. Yeah. All right. Good job, Nate.
Pretty clear. Nate via decision. Congratulations.
Kyle versus David.
Now we got David Lohr.
All right, 2, 1, go.
V. Black, I think. Vlcek. Who knows? Will it be immediate takedown? Dave's got his arm around Kyle's neck, but typically when side controlled, it's not a super effective choke. See if Kyle goes for a head and arm or if he wants to mount. Like he's looking for some sort of twister. Nope, mount. And Kyle is a heavy guy. for sure. Really good use of his hips. Like he's going to attack the arm, immediately transitions to a armbar, keeps his feet on the mat, pivots David's head. Like that grip is almost broken. Oh, David almost warms out, and
All
now he
right.
gets the tap.
Winner by submission, Kyle.
Good job, Kyle. That concludes week 1 for heavyweights. You'll notice week 2 will look a little bit different with more heavyweights. A lot of the heavyweight schedule didn't work out super well for the first week of June, but it's still anyone's game in the got TGGL.